Is this going to completely revolutionize your business? No, of course not. It'll take the winnable deals and it will make them bigger. My point being is not only does it give you an unfair advantage in the sale, but it also gives you an unfair advantage of how big the deal actually is. You're going to plant seeds of doubt in this person's head. It's not about going to close the deal. It's about getting the most from the deal as you possibly can. All right, what's up guys? So in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can ethically steal deals from your competitors without having to pay the seller more money, without having to do anything shady or under the table, but just through this small little tweak that will allow you to have so much more credibility and give so much more trust that the seller knows that you can get the job done for them. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you two examples here. And all I want you to do is while I'm showing you these two examples of a Google My Business site is think to yourself, if I was a seller who valued a guaranteed cash close and my timeline was important and selling the house on the date that we agree on for the price that we agree on is one of the most important things to me. That's what you are, that's who you are as a seller. And that's who most people we work with as sellers are and what they value, then I want you to think, be that person and think, who would I work with just solely based on looking at their website? So the first person I'm gonna show you here is this company, Need to Sell My House Fast in Denver. Now this is obviously PPC. It's obviously doing some SEO, whatever it might be. And they have a 5-star rating, but they have 3 reviews. Now, are the reviews good, bad? Doesn't really matter because they only have 3, right? If you go to eat at a restaurant, let's say you're going to look for a really good restaurant. What's the things you're filtering for if you're in a new area? For me personally, I'm gonna go and say it needs to have 4.5 stars or greater, and it needs to have at least like 200 or 300 minimum reviews. If it doesn't meet that criteria, I'm not gonna go and eat there. Like that's literally the bare minimum. And if it's 4.5, it's kind of like fringe. Really, I'm looking for 4.6, 4.7, or 4.8. And like literally if it's like a 4.8 or above, I'm like, dude, we have to go there. This is like gotta be the best place ever. That's literally how my brain works. And so if you are a seller and you see 3 other people, just 3, had a good experience, you're like, okay, well, that's not a red flag. But what if you're competing against someone like iBuySD, who has 621 Google reviews, where they have a 4.8 stars? Now, that's pretty incredible, right? So if you're competing against them, you're probably going to lose, because if I was a seller who valued a guaranteed closing and iBuySD offered me $20,000 less for my house, and this guy offered me $20,000 more. Well, if the iBuySD sales rep is any good at all, he should be able to win this deal every single time. And so it's an unfair advantage that no one is taking advantage of. And so what I would challenge you to do is to go and start getting more Google reviews. So that's a very simple, vague thing, right? Obviously, like, let's go get more Google reviews. But how do you actually like use this in the conversation with the seller? Like, what examples come up? How does this work? How do you mold this in without it being weird? Because if you just say it in the sales call, like, oh yeah, we have like 500 Google reviews, they're gonna be like, oh cool, like thanks bro. Like I don't really care, to be honest. It's not that powerful. But where it is powerful is when people talk about scorching the earth, right? So if you have another offer on the table, how do you handle that? Well, the first question is pretty simple, right? Well, why didn't you take that? Why haven't you taken that? Now I don't use the word why, but what about that offer has made you like not want to accept it and just go ahead and sign it? Sounds like a good offer, right? So we're not using the why, but asking what and hearing what they say. We're going to go down that whole path, vet out if the buyer is actually legit, scorching the earth. I'm not going to teach you sales here, but what I do want to say is as you're leaving them with things to go and think about if they want to take that offer or the other offers on the table, I would just casually bring up, oh, like, what's the company's name? Oh, and then like Google them real fast, right? Oh, it's Need to Sell My House Fast in Denver. Oh, interesting. I can't even like find them on the internet. Did you like look up their website or anything? Oh no, you can't. You don't know their name? Okay, interesting. Huh? Are they just like some random guy? Like, is it like a real company? Like, do they actually do this, or did they just get started? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna plant seeds of doubt in this person's head. It's like, can this company they're talking to actually get the job done? Because right now they're a ghost. They're a mystery. If you can't find them on the internet, like, who are they, right? And so you're just going to relay this information to the seller. Or maybe you find them on Google, right? But they have like a 1-star review. They have 2 reviews. Maybe they're this company right here. They have 3 5-star reviews. Oh, interesting. They only have 3 reviews. Are they like brand new to business? Like they just start doing this? Or like, have they been doing this for a while? Oh, interesting. Oh, like it looks like a couple of their reviews are just like from their friends and family. Like this one person's left the same review 10 times. You're just planting seeds of doubt to them, right? You don't want to overcomplicate it. You don't want to confuse them. You're just planting simple seeds of doubt. And then what you want to bring up is like, hey, look, now I'm not the one to choose if that other company is the right one for you, if they can get the job done. It sounds like they made you a decent offer, but this and that weren't that legit. Now you said that like closing on time, having a guaranteed offer is the most important thing for you. And like, I just, being frank, don't know if what I see on the internet like means that they've been in business for a long time and they've been doing this at a high level and helping tons of sellers out like yourself. So that's just something I think about because, if you look us up and our company name's iBuySD, you can go online and see that we have 621 reviews and a 4.8 star rating. So, we're basically have helped tons of people. We've been doing this for a super long time. So like I can give you my word 100% that the number I'm giving you is a number that we're gonna be able to perform on and like guaranteed get this done for you. I know you said that's something important for you. So like, if that's like the most important thing, is it better to like work with someone who, like can maybe get the job done? Or is it better to work with someone like that can 100% close and like get this done for you? And they're gonna say like, I know it's best to work with someone who can get this done for you. It's like, okay, well then I think it makes the most sense for us to probably work together based on that circumstance. Would you see that's fair? Boom, close them up and then get the contract signed, right? So this is a super simple concept. It's not anything earth shattering, but the little details, the unfair advantages, the ethical ways to outmaneuver and beat your competition is gonna go a long ways. Because I promise you, and I actually know iBuySDs, I know their owners, I know all those guys are super cool. They're very legit business owners. Their deal size is way bigger than yours. It's over $50,000 on assignments. Now, granted, you can say they're in San Diego, but I know a lot of other people in San Diego and their deal size is like 30K, doing the same types of processes. And so my point being is not only does it give you an unfair advantage in the sale of getting the contract, but it also gives you an unfair advantage of how big the deal actually is. Because if someone believes you can truly get it done, then you're going to get a deeper rate. That's why if you wholesale, you can get it at a deeper price. That's why flippers can buy at a deeper price because they're 100% certain that they can get the job done. And the person believes that. That's why sometimes if you are not as good at sales and you go in person, you'll get bigger deals, right? Because like the person trusts you more. And so if you're doing this virtually, if you're doing this in person, you got to build trust more. And the best way to do that is by social proof and social credibility that you can do this. Is this going to like completely revolutionize your business where you're going to start closing sellers down who won't retail price? No, of course not. But what this will do is it'll take the winnable deals and it will make them bigger and it'll make them better. It'll make people want to work with you more if you give them good service. And so what I tell my team all the time, it's not about going to close the deal. It's about getting the most from the deal as you possibly can. So like what I want you to think about is like, if I asked you a question and said, is a $30,000 deal good or bad? Personally, for me, I can't give you the answer because I need to know what it's comparing against. And in this situation, and this is what I teach my sales team, is if the seller is willing to give you a $60,000 discount, where you can make $60,000 on the deal, but you only get a $30,000 discount, that's considered bad, right? But if the seller is like willing to give you a $20,000 discount and you get a $25,000 discount or $30,000 discount, then that's considered a home run. Like you did all you could and then some. So it's not about did you get a good deal or not. It's about how much of the total possible deal did you actually capture. And if you don't capture all of it or more than what you were able to capture, then you have room to grow. And so I would challenge anyone to go get more Google reviews, get them from friends, get them from families, get them from coworkers, people in your mastermind, from your sellers. The key for getting Google reviews also, like this is very important because you're going to be like, oh, let's go get Google reviews, but then you're going to like get stuck. And what's going to happen is you're going to get stuck because you're going to ask for the Google review after the closing. And when you ask for the Google review after the closing, no one gives it to you because the sellers got their money. They don't care about you anymore. Even if they love you, I promise you, I've had tons of sellers love me. And what happens is I'm like, John, what happened? And I just get ghosted. I just get ghosted every single time. But if you ask for that Google review and you do a great job before closing, then you will get it more times than you won't. You get it every time, probably not, but you'll get it more times than you want. And it's very, very important to get these legit Google reviews from the seller so that you know that you can get it and help them basically get on to the next phase of their life, right? So go and look up companies near you, the competition in your market, see how they're structuring their Google reviews. Like look this company up, see how their Google reviews are structured. Just ask these people a question, just have them text you back an answer or put it in there, send them the link, do all that kind of stuff. Look up iBuySD, copy if someone asks you like, oh, what should I say as a Google review? Just have them give them a basic framework, ask them a question. How did this transaction help you move on to the next stage of your life? Whatever it might be, to lead them to an answer that actually is going to be impactful for the person that reads it. So that's all you need. Go and get some Google reviews, get your credibility, get your clout up on the internet, make a Google My Business account if you don't have one. That's what this is called. Google My Business. Make one of those, get it all set up, put pictures on there, get a website, get reviews, get video testimonials, do all you can. And if you need to go to closings to do this, then go to closings and get this done because this is going to be so important that if you get 50 of these over the next course of 2025, if you can get 50, then your ability to close deals at a high level is going to go way up. Because look, let's just do this real fast. I'm going to share my screen again. If you can just look up, let's just look up cash buyers for houses near me. Okay. Let's just look at this. Let's look at Google My Business and see what kind of competition we have. Okay. We got 6. This is in Denver, right? Denver's a very competitive market. We have 16 reviews, 48 reviews, 8 reviews. Let's go to more businesses. 5, 10, 13, 46, 3, 12. No one has reviews. There's none. If you look up a restaurant and we go and we start by rating, this is exactly how I do it. 4.5 stars. And I'm just going to look around at only the 4.5 stars. I can tell you the best restaurants in the area here all have lots of reviews. Senior Bear, 1,100 reviews. Postino's, Bar Taco, all these places have tons of reviews, right? And these are the places that are the busiest. If you go to these places, they're slammed full of people because they have good reviews. Now, if you go to the places that are less than that, example, these Highland Tap Burger place is not as busy. Actually, I lied. This one is super busy. That's just because it's a bar. It's the only bar in the area that's like good. Some of these places I've never even heard of, never even been to. It's because I don't go to places that are below 4.5 stars. So anyways, point is, go get some Google reviews. Let me know how this works for you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Hey guys, so really quick, I want to share some results from our recent client survey that we did, where we found that we added an additional $196,693 per year to our clients' businesses. And this isn't by telling them to go and spend tons of more money and bloat their business just to get their revenue numbers up. No, this is going through a simple 7-step process that we call the guide to growth that helps them go and make more money in their business without having to spend another dollar. All we're about. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit about what this guide to growth actually is here on my screen. All right, guys, so taking a look at the guide to growth, it's honestly super simple because all we have to do is troubleshoot in your business to find out where the actual problem is. And since we've broken it down into 7 sectors, into a wholesale business, into a manufacturing line, lead to net to appointment, appointment to offer, offer to contract, contract to sold deal, and average deal size, all we have to do is understand compared to industry standard, compared to our clients' results, where do you stack up? And then for something as simple as deal sizes, if you're not 10% of median home price, then you should be able to get it to 10% of median home price. So if it's $350,000 like in Atlanta, your average deal size should be $35,000 plus or minus a little bit. And so if you're not, we're going to identify that. And we're going to come down to the guide to growth and understand where the KPI targets should be, what are the core variables, and what are some possible solutions. And we would do something like this, where we'd hand you an SOP and hold your hand and implement it with you step by step on how to buy deals for less, how to sell deals for more, and how to flip higher price point homes so that you can increase your average deal size and release your bottleneck. All we're going to be focused on is growing your company without spending another dollar. And so if this is something that you're interested in remotely at all, where we'd come into your business and show you exactly how we'd implement the guide to growth for you, then all you need to do is go down below this video, click the link to book a call with our team, where we'll walk you through step by step on our roadmap of how we grow your company utilizing our process. So if that's interesting at all, go down below this video and click the link, book a call with our team. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one.